Austin, you've been playing another game. Tell me what you've been
Yes.
playing.
I finally bought Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. And yes, it's a $60 game, which is ridiculous, but it might be worth it. Apparently, the main story is 21 hours on howlongtobeat.com. And if you do main stuff plus extras, it's 33 hours. And if you're completionist, 64 hours, which I don't know how long. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I've been playing through it. Not much has changed since my original take on the demo. I mean, it's basically the same. I will say the story is actually pretty awesome, especially if you like Breath of the Wild. There's a lot more dialogue, and all the like running around and stuff has been cut out, so there's no Breath of the Wild aspects of climbing and searching and just running around. Like, you just go to mission points with on the map, and they get you straight into the battle, and there's like these big linear paths that you follow that you got to complete, objective A, B, C, or whatever. And for the most part, man, I'm having a good time. Like, you get more characters as you progress. I did with the water one, and I did the lava one, which I don't know what their names are or whatever, but those are the elements that you kind of go through. Because there's another one, there's a snow one with the bird, and then there's the desert one with the Gerudo, which I do know them. I do know that one. So it's cool. Like, you get these new, thank you. You get these new characters that match with each of these, settlements, and from there you just wreak havoc and do some cool stuff. And I'm getting a better sense of how to play the game. Like, I mean, everyone kind of plays the same, right? Like, you just same controls, but they do something different. And
Is it like a single move set that's like, or like, do they have like an ultimate that's different or something like that? Or
yeah, they all have different ultimates.
Yeah,
so it's cool. Like, I like it.
Did you ever play Dynasty Warriors?
I didn't.
Okay.
Is that what it's supposed to be? Kind of like?
I mean, that's what it's. I mean, this is inspired by Dynasty Warriors. Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I've heard of Dynasty Warriors, but I've never played it. So
yeah. This is their Zelda take on Dynasty Warriors.
Man, I'm telling you, they have gone all out with the story and characters and stuff like that, and it's really, really awesome to see. And to know that it's at least a 21-hour story for $60, like, that's awesome. There's a lot of action-packed things. You just go in and wreak havoc. But they have little, like, as you complete things. So, like, in the missions, like, you can kind of beeline them, but it kind of pays to go and kill everybody because you get loot. And with that loot, there's like little settlements you can unlock by giving them resources. So that's kind of where the resources come in. Because I was getting all these resources on the first level, and I was like, what do I even do with this stuff? And so with those, you can open shops and stuff so you can buy certain things. And I think it's cool. They have this mechanic where you get weapons as you complete missions, and you can select a weapon to infuse other weapons into to make it more powerful. But it costs resources to actually do that. So I think it's cool.
Do your weapons break down this game, or they?
They do not.
That's good.
The only way they break down is if you infuse them.
That was one of the things that frustrated me about Breath of the Wild that made it hard to play, was that my weapons would break. And I was like, no, I love this weapon.
I know. It's so horrible. Hopefully the next one won't have that. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think one of the cooler mechanics is that, well, maybe this has already been there from the other Hyrule Warriors, but like, as you go from, like, you're in your linear area, right? And it's like there's 3 objectives. Well, you can go to one, you can send the other 2 people who are with you to go to the other ones. And after you beat yours, you can switch to another character as they're fighting the other objective enemy, and just kind of switch off of that way. And I was like, that's actually really cool. Like, instead of running with everybody, you just kind of go and you have a chance to actually get to know these characters and how they fight and play and do different things and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I dig it. I mean, it's one of those games you don't have to play all the way. It's not like, Assassin's Creed, where you kind of want to play through the whole thing because it's just so daunting that you get lost in it, or you get lost if you don't, continue.
Yeah, if you stop for a little bit. Yeah. Is it? So I mean, like, the combat system seems like it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's just like attack, light attack. Is there any other
light attack, heavy attack? There's one where I guess there's like a secondary attack. Like, Link will pull out his bow and shoot a few arrows,
Yeah.
I forgot the Zora, which is the water tribe. Their main hero, she puts out like a funnel spout of water in front of her, and then if you click it, that second attack again, she teleports to it, jumps up, and you can do like a big kind of AOE kind of attack.
Yeah. So is it? Like, are you always fighting like big hordes of people?
Yeah.
Or okay, so it's just like, I mean, what's a structure like a mission? Is it open world? It's not open world, right?
No, it's not.
So no, is it like, how does it start? Like, are you dropped into like a linear path and you just like travel forward and just fight guys as they come at you until you get to the end of the thing?
Yeah, you're in the Hyrule Castle area, and shit goes down, and you go out to confront these enemy forces that are massing out front, and you just start going to town.
Okay. Huh.
And then you just go to all the missions. Well, basically the whole story is you're trying to get all the heroes from all the 4 main cities to come together and battle the forces of Ganon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Easy.
Awesome. So
I've gotten 2 of the heroes, so I have 2 more left, and I feel like I've only put in 6 to 10 hours in this game, so maybe I'm halfway. There's a lot more to do then. Like,
yeah,
I'm impressed that there's more to do after I get all these heroes.
Yeah. Now, is the art style like the exact same as Zelda? Like, is it any different?
Exactly the same.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I was like, dude, they've done so well on this.
Is it a game you'd recommend people play now, or would you say like wait until?
Yeah, I'd get it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, if you love Breath of the Wild like I did, it's a must-have, I feel like. And now I want to pick up the old one that they came out with not too long ago. Yeah. That was probably a year or 2 ago.
I forgot what that one was called, but I remember they did have another Hyrule Warriors.
I think it was Hyrule Warriors, but I don't know what the secondary tagline was.
Right. Well, that's cool.
But yeah, I'd give it...
Do you think I'd like it?
I think you would, because it's just more action-packed.
Yeah.
Like, there's no BS. Like, I know you have a problem running around the open world and stuff like that. There's not a lot going on. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
In Breath of the Wild, but this is like cutscene. We got to complete some shit, straight to the mission, beat up all the bad guys, and get out.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look for that.
And then you get some Zelda story in it too.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, I like that they tied that in to the other piece and stuff. I think that was a smart move on their part to link it up and give people some more backstory. So it's not just like, oh, hey, let's play this Zelda game that, you know, is just unrelated but has the same art style. But let's actually make you like give you some insight to what happened leading up to the events of Breath of the Wild.
Right. But it's not. But it's a different timeline, because this little egg that is kind of like the avatar between the 2 worlds of the original game and this game goes back in time to change the past. But I guess depending on what kind of logic you go on for time travel, I'm going off of the logic that he has created a new timeline that is split off from the original timeline. So this is kind of just a side game of what could have been if they defeat Ganon, which I assume that's going to happen.
Maybe they won't.
It might. Yeah. I don't know.
I thought this was supposed to be like a legit prequel to Breath of the Wild. Like, this is what happened during that time. But if they have the time warping thing, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now you got to beat it. We got to find out. Spoiler cast or brief spoiler cast about what's going down in the world of Hyrule.
So I am curious. I need to read up more, because now I don't know if this is official. I mean, it is official, but it's not like official timeline. Because assuming the next Breath of the Wild is going to take place after the first one.
Yeah, I mean, from everything I read, this was supposed to be like, this is what happened in the time when, like, right before Zelda was, or not Zelda, right before Link was put to sleep or whatever happened to him. Like, this was the events leading to that moment.
Well, I could be wrong. But I wouldn't have thought that if the time travel thing wasn't like that.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting about the time travel. I didn't know that was in there. So,
anyway.
Cool. Well, Age of Calamity, y'all. It's out. It's here.
It's good.
So the description says the Hyrule Warriors game is the only way to see firsthand what happened 100 years ago before the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Join the struggle that brought Hyrule to its knees. Learn about Zelda, the 4 champions, the King of Hyrule, and more through cutscenes to save the kingdom from Calamity. So it's
interesting.
They the way they pitch it, it's like this is what happened before. But now I'm curious about that time thing. See what deals with that. So I don't know. Find out more about that. I'm curious.
I'm wearing Link.
Oh my gosh. You're touching him very sensually.
I'm not doing that, Brett. And everyone listening probably thinks exactly what you said.
Oh gosh.
Watch this review to find out.
That's right. There you go.